Hello, guys. Welcome to the Fellow Yellows podcast. Today, we are going to talk about our 10 guilty pleasure movies. Basically, what needs to be said is what is the title of the movie, who acts in it, and why is it your favorite? And we're going to start off with Mikyla and alternate between me and her. And we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It'll be fun.
Yes, super excited. I think like both me and you, like we have like a wide variety of movies that we like, but these are ones that are kind of like bad in a sense of like cinematography or like the plot, but we love them so much. But yeah, so
Yes.
I didn't really put mine in order from like most favorite to least favorite or whatnot. But the first one I have is Pitch Perfect, which is directed by Jason Moore. And as you guys know, it has like Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, Brittany Snow. I just feel like they're super funny. Like the plot is just so intriguing and it's definitely guilty pleasure of mine. I definitely live for like the mashups and the songs that came out, like the album for Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
They're
Those are
so
really good ones.
Yes. Like at its core, it's not the best like movie, but really it's a cinematic masterpiece.
I love it. All three of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my movie, the Nutty Professor cartoon movie. First of all, the main character, his name is Harold, and he's like this nerd, and it's voiced by Drake Bell. But his grandpa works at this like private school, and he moves there because he's like a nerd and he made all these inventions for his friends to like make their lives easier, but all of his inventions went wrong. And like one girl got like she got like this cool hair dryer from Harold and it made her go bald, and like another kid like something went wrong, and then they all like went to his dorm and tried to kick him out. And so he went to the private school that his grandpa teaches at, and his grandpa had this love potion and he took it because he liked this girl. And then he turned into like this cool version. But like
Oh,
it's literally the dumbest movie, and like the cartoon, like I don't know. It's just but I love it.
I've never seen that movie. Maybe I'll have to go
You
watch it.
should. It's so like when I first watched it, I was probably like 9, 10, 12, I don't know. And I just remember like, oh, this is so cool. It's got like that twist effect. It's got like high school bullies, like give me your lunch money. And then it's also got like a hint of romance, and it's got like this cool like racing, and it's just got so many things in it that I loved it.
And it has Drake Bell. I mean, that sounds great.
I mean, kind of, Drake Bell from, oh, what's it called? Drake and Josh.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I just know that he's had some, like, this kind of off topic, but he's had some allegations against him.
Wait, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like
I'm behind.
he's been like bad stuff. Like
Okay,
I
never
think
mind. I take that back. I take everything I said back. I don't
yeah, we can talk about it some more, but
Okay.
what's your second?
Um, my okay, so my second one is Grown Ups, the Adam Sandler movie. I feel like all his movies in general are huge guilty pleasures of mine because, well, one, I love Adam Sandler, and I feel like his movies are just kind of like him and his best friends just doing stupid shit. And my brother and I talked about this, and he brought this point up actually. And how fun would that be? And I just remember watching these movies as a kid and thinking it was like peak humor and so funny. And now I go back, I'm like, bro, what? But it's so good. I feel like he actually has some good plots. Like, I don't know. Grown Ups
Yeah.
was super funny. I always thought that's like one of my favorites by him.
Have you seen Grown Ups 2?
Yes. Oh, that was
Oh, I
so
just
good.
love both. It's kind of funny, but I didn't have enough like money once before. Like I was like younger and I wanted
Yeah.
to watch the whole movie, so I literally watched like 20 clips on Fandigo on YouTube just to finish the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Iconic, honest. I think that's how you have to watch it. You have to watch it some like bootleg, weird way. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's too funny.
My
Yeah, what about
second
you?
would be Charlie's Angels movies. Now,
Yes.
it's played by Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz.
I
And
live for
my
Lucy.
biggest point as to why this would be like a guilty pleasure is because if you ask literally anyone besides our generation if they like this movie or these movie series, they say it's horrible. It's the worst movie ever in the 2000s. And I'm like, dude, I get it. Like the CGI and editing is horrible, but it's like three kick-ass women who are sexy and powerful and it has like great humor in it.
Yes,
How can you not love it? Because there's like if
it's
men do
true.
it, it's like, "Oh my God, this movie is so great." But when
Yeah,
women do
they're
it,
so
it's like,
cool.
"What?"
But we live in a generation now where I feel like we all have this common love for Charlie's Angels, like our generation. And I mean, like you have the trio. You got Drew Barrymore, like you said, Lucy and Cameron. Like, oh my God, I
I
need to go
know.
rewatch. They're so good.
They're so well-known actresses too, so like
Yeah.
if they're in a movie, I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, like I bad for them, honestly. I'm baffled.
Alrighty.
But okay, so the third one, and I feel like this is one that's a universal one as well, is the whole like Twilight saga. I mean, come on, specifically New Moon for me because I like remember when I was a kid, I really, really liked that one. I don't know. I feel like this is a guilty pleasure. Of course, at its core, the acting's bad, whatnot, and it's just well, not bad, but like it's just funny and it's just hysterical scenes or like bad editing or whatnot. But in general and with the books and everything, it's so good. But Team Edward, of course.
I think I'm also Team Edward, but I just think it's like the funniest part about the Twilight movies is like when they run.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Uh,
It's
That's
so
so funny.
weird.
But they're such a good movie to like put on and like of course you kind of like grew up with them in a sense. And like
Yeah.
yeah, like sometimes you just want to go back to your roots and watch the Twilight Saga.
So true. I think I need to wait one more year before I start watching them. You know, like I gotta give it some cushion before I
Mm-hmm.
rewatch them because I think I rewatched it recently, like maybe my freshman year of college. I don't know.
You
But
need to like
anyways,
saturate.
yes, I need to like forget what happened for a second and watch it again. So I'm like, oh, I forgot this happened.
Yes.
Anyways, my third would be Freaky Friday. It's played by Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I love this movie because it has like, the fun twist when their bodies exchange, or like, their personalities swap, but they still have the physical appearance of each other.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
And
it's
they
so
have
good.
like, they got that mother-daughter issues, like drama, And
Yes.
then there's a little hint of romance, which I always love. But the best part is the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis was soloing that guitar. Song
Yes.
is amazing. I don't know why it's not available on Spotify and I hate it.
Oh, really?
No,
Dang.
it's not. Why would they do that? It's
How
such a
dare they? No,
masterpiece.
that movie is so good, bro. Like it's like definitely guilty
It's a
pleasure
little
because it's not one of
racist,
like the
but
best, but it's so good.
exactly. It's a little racist, I say, but like, I feel like movies that were filmed really early on that have a lot of like racial humor in it, I feel like I don't mind it really because it was like all love in it for the most part. But
Yeah.
nowadays you can't do that. So, all right, what's your fourth?
So the fourth one is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and that's like directed by Jenny Han, as we all know, because her series, like The Summer I Turned Pretty, season two, is coming out, like, during this time that we're doing this podcast. And
I'm already caught up.
yes, it's so good, the new episode. But this series, I feel like, was one of her big ones, of course, because this is like her first one that she did, right?
The what?
Like this series, like
Oh, to all the
directing.
boys?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, don't
If
quote
not,
us.
she's probably done like actual Korean shows.
That
But
makes
yeah,
sense. But yeah, it's so good. I remember Joe especially was like obsessed with Noah Centineo, Noah Centipede, but he was the
Oh my
it boy
God.
during that time, and I feel like that was such a good movie and a good series too, and it was just really good. And I know for a lot of people who enjoyed the books, like it was a good movie, as well. Sometimes I feel like the movies
Yeah.
aren't always, doing justice to the books, but I did feel as though those were really good. And that first movie was just so cute and so good. I was just so like
So
captured, like,
good.
and like the Asian representation too. Like that was nice.
Yes, I absolutely love that. Speaking of like Asian directors, uh Kelly from The Office, what's her name? Cindy? No,
Oh, Mindy, right?
Mindy.
Yeah.
Is
You're
it?
yeah.
Okay, when she directed not To All the Boys, Never Have I Ever. I literally, as soon as that show came out, like since season one, I've been with that show from time to time, and every day that it was released, I watched it like all in one day. And I just love Never Have I Ever. And I will
Girl, that was
say,
so good.
Debbie is such a problem child, but also she's the main character. You're supposed to love her.
Yes. Yeah, I
And
think they did
yeah.
a great way of like representing. And of course, there's like always those lines within like teen rom-coms that might be like seen as cringy or whatnot. But I feel
Oh,
like
it's
that was,
very.
but it was so good. I love that series. I'm like, I want there to be more. But yes, I feel like all of these are like guilty pleasures in a way where it's just like so good to enjoy. But like at its core, it's not like the best romance movie or series ever, but it's so good.
Exactly. I feel like these kinds of shows you have to watch by yourself if you're embarrassed to watch it with someone because you don't really care about the cringy stuff. You're like, oh my God, that was horrible. But at least you're by yourself, not feeling ashamed about watching your little guilty pleasure TV shows and
Yes.
having a great time. So thank you for these creations.
Yes, thank you. We love you.
All right, what
Yeah,
is
what
my
about
fourth?
you?
Okay, so my fourth is another Cinderella story by is not directed, is starring Selena Gomez, Drew
Yes.
Seeley, and Jean Lynch. Need I say more?
No.
It's definitely the best Cinderella movie in my opinion. Like out of all of them.
Honestly, I agree. Like Selena Gomez killed it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's so good. Honestly, I'll have to go re-watch that because it's just
Do
amazing. But
it.
yeah, I would say it is one of the best Cinderella movies as well.
Joey Parker.
Yes.
All right, what's your fifth? Right?
Yeah, so the last one for me is, and I didn't choose one specifically, but literally any Hallmark Christmas movie I am a sucker for. Like those movies you
Mm.
can find in the like $5 movie bin at Walmart. Like I love those. Like they're just so good. And there's a lot on like Netflix and stuff too. I'll just turn it on. And sometimes it's not even Christmas time and I like to watch them. Like it's just
True.
like, a soft like romance. Like you have like the drama and everything, but it's not like super like you can have it on background noise. They're just so cute and good and I love them. And it's definitely a guilty pleasure because they're also like the cheesiest movies ever with the cheesiest lines,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes. Well, I have to say, like, I think I watched one recently this year, like maybe like March or April, and it had Nina Dobrev in it, and that one comedian that I think he's Chinese. No, I think either he's Chinese or Korean. I don't remember what he said, but he's a comedian. And he basically like catfished her
I've
and
never
like
seen
she
that
met his
before.
family, but then they actually ended up falling in love. I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
It's on Netflix though, and anything Nina Dobrev I love, so
I'll have to go look into it.
all right. So my last sort of, I have a bonus after this. Are like any Barbie movies. And I know there's this new Barbie movie. I need to go watch that. Did you watch
Yes.
it? Was it
No,
good?
tomorrow, which like tomorrow
Tomorrow?
was the 23rd for us because we are just filming a little early, but I am
Oh,
so
right.
freaking excited. But yes, all the Barbie movies, all of our like everything is so good.
Absolutely. I
That's a
don't
good
know
one.
why, but like that cartoon. just oh, I just love animation. And I think my favorite one is Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. I remember as a kid, like this one specific scene where she's like Barbie like kind of falls into like this little underground like little tree thing and she gets stuck in this pot and this ogre comes over and is like, I'm going to cook you and eat you or something, I don't know. But I was like so afraid for Barbie. I was like, no.
Oh,
But you know what I mean? I just still remember that scene to this day.
yes, that one is a really good one. I like that one. Yeah, the Magic of Pegasus and also the Swan Lake one.
Oh, that one's
Yeah,
really
that
good
is
too.
so good. I had to look it up because I forgot the title, but yes, that's a really good one to leave like on our top 10. Like, I feel like that's just
Definitely.
especially with right now, amazing.
I want to watch that so bad. I really have like this small part of my heart that is like grateful Ryan, right, not Ryan. What is his name?
Ryan Gosling?
Yes, it is Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's very talented. Like he knows his steps. You know, I think he does like tap dancing and stuff. And what is it called? With Emma Stone?
La La Land.
La La Land. I love that movie.
Yes, so good.
It dude, La La Land, that should have been it's not really a guilty pleasure movie, but if I
Because
could
it's
put it on
amazing.
an yes, but dude, when I watched it the first time, I was like, okay, this first part is kind of slow, and then it started picking up, and it had literally the worst ending ever.
Like the
It
worst but
showed you what
best way.
happened and what could have happened, and I was like, no,
Bro, I live for La La Land. Like,
I cried
yeah, I
so much.
literally sobbing every time, even if I watch it so much, but it's every time it gets me. It's just so good. But yeah, he killed
Yes,
that role. I'm excited. At first I was like,
absolutely.
"Oh, Ryan Gosling as Ken," but after watching like a lot of like just more things about him or like him growing up and like how he was like as a kid till now, he radiates that Kenergy, which everybody's talking about
Energy.
Kenergy. Yes, like he is the perfect Ken. I'm really excited. And Margot Robbie, Miss
Energy.
Margot Robbie as Barbie, I could not
That's
pick like
perfect.
yeah, there is nobody who would be better.
You know who might be better though?
Who?
Rachel McAdams.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of that, but maybe as not like the
Cause
main
the
Barbie
Notebook.
though.
But think
Yeah.
about it. The Notebook, Ryan Gosling, Rachel
Oh my
McAdams.
gosh. I mean,
Ah,
true, but I don't know. Margot's just, she's so good. I can't wait.
that is true. I think it's good how it is now. But
But you're right. I didn't think of her. I heard somebody say like Sabrina Carpenter, but I didn't know if she acts or not. So
no,
I was like,
she's
I don't know
short.
if I see that role, but
Nothing wrong with
like,
that.
she beautiful and like, I just don't know. I feel Margot just, it's just the
She looks
perfect.
like a Barbie,
Like,
like
yeah, and she like
the
captures
typical
the energy. Yes, like so
classic
good.
doll. Yeah. I'd say, okay, I have a bonus. So it's
Yes,
a
let's hear.
short film, Fantasia 2000, and specifically the short film of the ballerina, the soldier, and then that lunatic Jack in the Box. So when the clock hits midnight, all the toys wake up, right? And
Yeah.
like the classical music is playing, it's all soft and sweet at first, but then the Jack in the Box attacks, and then it's like doom 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 doom, and then
Oh
I'm
my
so
goodness.
sorry. I just love it. You guys should go on YouTube and look up the Steadfast Tinge Soldier and watch all three parts. It adds up to like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna go watch those right
Yeah, it's
after
so
this.
good.
Sounds good. But yeah, that sounds like it would be a good guilty pleasure, especially if it's just like a little short film too. Like if you're like, okay, I've
Yeah.
had a long day, I
But
just need to watch something stupid. That sounds like it would be it.
the music is amazing. Just letting you know. If you're into classical music, no shit. That's also a guilty pleasure, I would say.
Yes.
I love classical music. Listening to the Four Seasons while I'm driving in increment
Yes.
speeds, and I'm
I was
like,
gonna
oh
say
shoot, I'm
when you're
going faster.
driving, it hits differently. Listening to classical music with the homies.
Right?
But
Wearing
yes,
business attire.
literally. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed hearing our guilty pleasure movies, and maybe it's your guys' guilty pleasure movies as well. And so we all can just watch them like simultaneously together. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We look forward to next week. But yeah, peace.
Peace.